Many companies march into America with stars in their eyes and stripes in their heart under the assumption that they'll start printing money on arrival. Most weeks we speak with brands who are going to crack the US. Having lived stateside for a decade now, there are 12 home truths when it comes to recruitment we'd love to share with you. Number one, the best and the worst resides in America. You'll see examples of some of the best business practices and some of the worst. Recruitment is exactly the same. Number two, the United States is not united, it's a spectrum. As COVID-19 is showcased in spectacular fashion, there are 50 states, 50 different things. Red means red, blue means blue, and this means common sense really contributes to a decision. Or the land of the free and the home of the brave. Never assume freedom of speech means you can ask about sex, salary, and preferences at the interview. You can't, like ever. Number four, speaking English does not mean you are closer in culture to the American culture. The longer I live here, the more I scratch my head. There are nuances on nuances by state, by coast, and by zip code. It's a candidates market, and US candidates are savvy. They know their market rate and they will tell you. We sometimes get asked to offer roles at 10 to 20% below market rate. You will get what you pay for, either in a drop in quality or higher churn, and most probably both. Number six, it's a candidates market, and 93% of Americans want hybrid working conditions. Many countries are shifting towards a 3-2, 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. Think very deeply about rejecting the candidates who could eat your role for breakfast, but who seek some flexibility, and this is also extending out to benefits, vacations, and developmental plans. Number seven, the US is not a country, it's a corporation, and Americans put the C in capitalism. America goes big. There are haves, there are have-nots, there are winners, and there are losers. Many a brand has come, seen, and left conquered. Big ideas scale, and they don't need to be good ones, but they do need to be enormously funded with friends in high places. Number eight, hashtag Black Lives Matter was a culture-defining moment and call for equity on a number of fronts. You had better have women, people of colour, and diverse voices systemically being built into your organisation and sitting at your top tables to be relevant as the millennials and Gen Z shape our work world going forward. Sacred cows, there are just some things you don't muck with here in the US. The military, the Lord, Snoop Dogg, Independence Day, the $1 million Super Bowl ads, Top Gun, and Tom Brady. Number 10, you can be sued for just about anything here. The bigger your company, the bigger your risk. There's a reason the lawyers drive nice cars around here. So take the necessary precautions. Number 11, you have to pay to be in the cool zip codes. Austin is the new LA, Florida is the new New York, but one thing is for sure, if you want to base somewhere, it's going to be reflected in your lease payments because you ain't going to be affording the house, and also in what you have to pay staff. And number 12, Bud is not a beer. The rest of the world knows Budweiser doesn't have quite enough alcohol content to constitute a beer, but don't tell the Americans. It's red, it's white, and it's blue, and that's all that matters.